Hello dear traders, I'm Anna Kasatkina and you're watching the combined review of currency and commodity markets on InstaTV. The US dollar rose towards a two-year high against the rivals last Friday as economic data pointed to a US economy outperforming other countries. The euro was reversing to the upside, reaching 1.1149 on Friday, despite the release of a report that showed that the US economy grew at a faster pace than expected in the first quarter and posted its best growth to start a year in 4 years. Over the week, however, the euro lost 100 points. Data showed that the US first quarter growth of 3.2% was only motivated by the short-term stimuli of a declining trade deficit and the largest accumulation of unsold merchandise since 2015, which may later weigh on the country's economic picture. Instead, core personal consumption expenditure price index figure, the Fed's preferred metric of inflation, increased at only 1.3% rate versus 1.8% in the prior quarter. The pound sterling on Friday was headed for its weakest week in a month, with a stronger dollar and growing concern about stagnant Brexit talks punishing the British currency. Sterling stuck around its weakest level of $1.29 since mid-February, struggled last week as lawmakers returned from an Easter recess with little sign of progress in Prime Minister Theresa May's efforts to convince lawmakers to back her Brexit deal. In cryptocurrency trades, despite the drop in early Friday trading, a symptom of worries around the legitimacy of another digital currency called Tether, Bitcoin moved higher with a chance to enter a bull market. Bitcoin Core BTC fell below the $5,300 mark but finished the trades at $5,410, rallying to $5,486 over the weekend. Meanwhile, the US crude futures were down by nearly 4% on Friday at $62.80 a barrel as the market retreated from its strongest bull run in at least a year amid profit-taking and efforts to resume Russian oil flows that were interrupted by contamination. June Brent crude futures fell by $2.20, or about 3%, to $72.15 a barrel. The most active Brent crude contract edged up by 0.3% for the week. June WTI prices fell by 1.2% for the week. At the same time, gold posted its biggest daily percentage gain in 7 weeks on Friday, taking advantage of the dollar's weakness as investors overlooked the strong economic growth in the United States to focus on the pain points. The yellow metal hit its highest mark since April 16 at $1,290.85 during Friday's session and closed trades at $1,288.30. And you've watched the combined review of financial markets on InstaTV. Thank you for watching and see you back soon.